Honestly unforgettable, you a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the most valuable player of 2018, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs, as they take on the 11-year man Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and Matthew Stafford ready to go here. Stafford still a solid quarterback in his 11th season now, but the Lions still yet to win a playoff game under his guidance. And last year's mark of 6-10, the worst since 2012 for the Lions. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up.
That backs up.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here are the Chiefs now backed up for their first drive. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, in his 3rd season now out of Texas Tech. And few players have had the spotlight focused on them quite like Patrick Mahomes. But this is a guy that says he wants that attention. He's okay with a target on his back. We saw how electric he can be in 2018, and he wants to continue that into 2019 and beyond. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled, and then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 18 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 1.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Williams. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
When that works, your offensive coordinator looks like a genius. When it doesn't, it leaves folks saying, what are you doing? Down here, I'd rather have my tailback running off tackle than something off the radar like this.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Amendola, the intended receiver. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Caught by Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get this one to Galladay. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Stafford now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And now here comes Kansas City. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Mahomes dropping 1 to Williams here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 47.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. James has got it, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this 2nd half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his right. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
This one out quickly to Amendola. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Blue 60. Mike, I got you.
On first down, it's Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, well, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Stafford. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Prater's kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can forward and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here comes Amendola. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Jones has it. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Derek Nottie came into the league with the reputation of being a good run defender, and he's done nothing to dispel that. Nice play there by him, and he's one of those guys, partner, that when you look at him in shorts and he goes through all the drills, he does just fine, but you put football pads on him, and he turns into the terror we just saw in the last play.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
We got 4. Watch 9. Watch 9.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 6. A little over a minute to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with time running out, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now it's the Lions' turn, trailing by a point. A little under 30 seconds remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got him with a 1st down. Amendola's got it, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. Got a man. That's Allison. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Complete to Jones. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that